Hello everyone, my name is Darius Young and welcome back. And so in this part we're going to continue where we left off on the hand here. So we're supposed to be filling in this hole. Okay, so it looks like these two are loops. So let's see. Okay, good. All right. So let's add a bunch of edge loops in here and hope that they match up. I just took a random guess as to the number of edge loops to add, but it seems to have been it. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So add 10 edge loops, in case you didn't get that. Anyway, so now just going to move this up a bit, and we're gonna have to move these down. I do remember saying last time that we were probably gonna be doing some like special geometry, or something to kind of give the hands a bit of a more methodical look to them in terms of their polygon flow. But really the only thing that we're going to do is really similar to what we did on the top of the hand. Just going to slide these, and then we're going to okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to maybe delete these vertices here. Yeah, and we're just gonna make these faces first, just so that we have a nice small vertex count. And can probably start moving this around. I'm sorry, I'm not talking. It's because it's really not really much to say in terms of technical, know-how. Just as long as you know the keyboard shortcuts, you can come in here. I just changed it to edge mode and just made a face. And you see we're starting to fill in this hole here for the hand. And so I'm thinking I'm going to extrude this vertice out here, this vertex, whichever one, and there we go. And just make those faces. Okay, that's nice. And now we're going to do the same thing on a smaller scale for this side. See how the hand, and we started from all these vertices up here, and now we have, very few in here. And that's because we're smart about how we distributed the geometry, especially by getting rid of those, getting rid of the excess geometry with those spaces that we filled in. And All right. And maybe this big hole here. Actually, I'm not a big fan of that hole. I actually would like to see maybe this line come down through here. So let's try to replicate that. Let's get rid of some of these vertices here. All right, so we got that. We're gonna scale that. Okay, good. All right, so this time we're going to rotate this edge here and bring it this way. Okay, there we go. I like that. So we're going to select these four here and make a face. Okay. So let's see here. Let's make one. Let's bring that up. Keep this open for now because you never know. We might need to finesse some things like so. Center, there we go. So kind of got this going this way, and that didn't mess up the edge flow too bad. Not too bad at all, actually. That's 10 vertices, and this is 6. Okay, so let's finish closing this up. All right, 6 vertices, awesome. So now we're going to do, select that, hit W, go to loop tools and circle. Now if you don't have loop tools enabled, like if you hit W and loop tools doesn't show up, what you want to do is hit Control Alt U, and now you're in your user preferences. So go to your add-ons tab here, click on the search bar, type in loop, and then you see this option mesh loop tools. When you want to check that, you want to click save user settings, and then once you do that, you should have loop tools enabled. So it did that for us, which is good. Now we're just going to do some spacing for this hand because it just needs a bit of space. Okay. Okay. All right, so now let's grab that, rotate it this way, and might want to start bringing some of these down. And now, before we attach the hand, what we want to do is add some bends in these 3 fingers. Why? Because it'll give us a better indication of the direction of the bone placement, and so we get better hand deformation. I'm going to show you how I do that. Please forgive my sniffles. I apologize. My allergies are acting up. They weren't acting up while I was recording the first 2, but today they and deciding to go a little crazy on me. So if I sniffle a few times, I'm gonna try to edit out as many of them as I can. But I just need you to be patient with me. Anyway, so we're gonna left click our 3D cursor there. We're gonna hit period. I'm just gonna, in fact, no, we're going to move this 3D cursor somewhere about right there, because your finger doesn't pivot from that point. In fact, no, I need to select all of this. Yeah, your finger pivots from around in here. Speaking of around in there, I want to add an edge loop in there. And bring those knuckles out. Nice. All right, anyway, so back to this. Okay, good. So gonna rotate the finger. All right, then we're gonna deselect these. Gonna put our cursor there, and we're gonna rotate it that way. Not too much. Don't give it too much of a bend, because it's not necessary. And we're gonna rotate that one this way. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. Just grab these here. And we're going to put our 3D cursor about right there and rotate these this way. So a bit further than this finger, and I think I want to bring the rest of these up. There we go. So the way that I like to think of these fingers, so once this finger is rotating this way, the ring finger and the pinky finger don't rotate straight down like the index and the middle appear to do. They actually move a little bit inward as they curl in, and so you want to try to emulate that in your model so that you can get proper hand deformation. I just learned this or figured this out recently, and I actually hadn't been making my hands this way until I just tried it recently. I had a discussion with my teacher about hand topology. Was a good talk. My teacher's very smart. Okay, we don't need those, but we do need these. So let's just rotate these a little bit this way, a little bit that way, and let's deselect all of this. And we're gonna fix this these topology errors. Okay, so just don't worry about that too much. But we're gonna give the pinky a little more curl to it. So just come in here, kind of rotate that this way, kind of bring it down, rotate that that way, more in this way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, very good. Now let's go back to do what we were doing before, and it was rotating these fingers. So put the cursor right there and rotate this way. And next we're going to put the cursor right here and rotate that way. Okay, now the last one is the pinky. I'm going to hit Control 1 this time to go to the back view, and I'm going to move that this way. All right, now let's get to fixing these little mini errors here, because and when I say mini, I mean M-I-N-I, not M-A-N-Y. Hope that clear things up for you. Control comma, or yeah, Control comma. We'll put the object or the selections orientation back to its center point, and not the cursor. We also are going to want to start shaping the knuckles a little bit. And I'm going to select these, just kind of move that way to give it more of that arc that I'm talking about. Now let's come in here. There's a little bit of wonkiness going on in here. I'm going to select the faces. Yeah, you know what face I'm selecting. There you go. Smooth that out. Actually, what we could do is tab in object mode and then go to sculpt mode. Hit F to increase your brush size, and just hold shift on whatever brush you're on and just click. It'll smooth out your vertices automatically for you. Alright, we did that. That's good. That's good. And I think we're good with this hand. And now one last thing we're going to do is we're going to period again, and we're going to move the thumb in this way. We're going to deselect these and give it a little bit of a bend as well. And there we go. So we're going to change this back to object mode, and now to finish off this part of the glove, Just gonna match that to this location here, which is good. That's what we want. And we're going to take this part here. I should probably move this forward. And maybe make that a little less obvious. And change that back to there. Okay, good. We're good. So I'm going to start extruding. Scale. W, loop tools, circle. Just for this here. All right. And here we're going to separate. So we're going to separate. Well, you know, we'll separate those vertices later. For now, we're just going to scale. Whoops. Turn off proportional editing real quick. Off, if you didn't catch what I said, because that's. I hope I'm not talking too fast, but I know I can sometimes. Anyway, before we connect this hand, what we want to do with the arm here is come in and select these faces and delete them. Go into the vertex mode and same thing, loop tool, circle, because what we're going to do is kind of start extruding the arm like we're going to make, you know, the rest of it. But we're going to stop right about here. This is where we draw the line. So we're going to extrude inward, scale out down like so. There we go. And Control E, bridge edge loops. Ran into some issues. That's okay, because we can fix the rotation and just simply come in here and do it manually. So you see I made a face in there. Just gonna, there you go. Just fix that problem. Next thing, I'm gonna add edge loop right here. Go to vertex mode. Next thing I want to do, I might come in here and rotate this way. Alrighty. Alright, right. Let's do that to this part too. Again, forgive me. I'm trying to make these tutorials in college, and I only have time and space in my dorm. So if you hear loud people in the background, please forgive me. I can't, you know, I can't do anything about that. Despite my best efforts, I can't seem to do anything about that. But we're going to delete these faces. 1, 2, and FF. So just hit F twice, you know, make those faces. Now, you'll notice that we have now created n-gons. And so what we need to do is get the knife tool, go around here, and just snap all of these into place on the edge, on the vertex, of course. Okay, that should be good. All right, now let's see. You might want to zoom in to check to see if you're off, because it's very possible that you can create doubles. Doubles are just vertices that are in the same location. There we go. See? Wait. Okay, there we go. So we're good here. But I assume that we have n-gons on the inside as well, and we do. So now what if I'm just trying something here. I figure. All right, so do the same thing. Just whoops. Just go here with the knife tool and whoa. Okay, let's hit perspective view so that we can do this properly. Or we can just do it one at a time, just to be sure that we don't accidentally select anything or cut through something we don't want to. There we go. So that's that. Now, okay, I'm just checking for doubles again. A good way to check for doubles is to hit Z to go into wireframe mode and click the same spot to make sure that two different selections don't pop up. Again, I apologize for the noise in the background. If you, yeah, they're banging on the door. That's okay. Boy. Okay, and set the knife tool again. This way, there. Whoops. It's only because there's stuff in the way. That's all. There we go. And one more. Or, and now this is a cool trick, so you can select the two vertices that you want to connect on an end guide like this and just hit J and it'll make a edge for you right there. So that is the gloves. Now the gloves are connected. We have some gloves. Might just want to add a few extra edge loops in there just in case. And there we go. So that is that. How long have I been? Ooh, been going for a long time. Okay, so that'll be the end of this tutorial here. In the next one, we will get started modeling these feet, and then we'll just keep building on the character from here on. Make some tweaks to it here and there. Do some different things. I went about the hand slightly different than I did last time, but that's okay. It doesn't seem like it'll be too out of place. But one thing I do want to do before I go that I did notice I wanted to do and just kind of put it off is I actually want to scale these fingers a bit on the normals. And how to do that is once you select all of the parts of the fingers that you want to be scaled along their normals, what you then do, give me 1 second here. What you then do is hit Alt S. Alt S scales things on the normals. There we go. Maybe not so thick, maybe a bit thicker. Happy medium. Happy medium. Happy medium it is. Awesome. And there we go. This kind of looks off a bit to me. I'm actually going to move this whole finger over. Whoopsie daisy. This kind of thing happens sometimes. Sometimes you get really into the model and you tell yourself you're done, but then you see something else wrong and you just want to keep going and fix it until it's 100% right and nothing's wrong and everything's perfect. But sadly, that is not how the universe permits things to be. So I know I said I'm gonna end this video, and I will, I promise. I really wanna get this hand looking right. If I'm gonna spend all this time on the hand, I want it to look the way I want it to look. Okay. Yeah, that's better. All right. Now we're done. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next tutorial tomorrow. You guys have a good one.